Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be continuing with my reactions to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1987 series. Currently we are on Season 3, Episode 23, Casey Jones, Outlaw Hero. And I feel like even by the title of this episode alone, you should know that I've been waiting for this episode for a long time. At the very least, since I did the reaction to the comparison video that Jax Blade did for all the TMNT versions. And I'm a huge fan of Casey Jones. I like his character, and I'm curious to see more of his interpretation in this original version. From what I saw in that comparison video, he was really cool. And I'm just really hype. I've especially been hype about getting into this episode for the last week or two, since I realized that we were getting close to it. And I actually noticed that in the following 10 or 15 episodes, we are going to be getting a lot of really cool characters. So we're getting into a surprisingly fun and exciting stretch of this series. And I'm really excited to get here, you know? Because I thought that at this point, because of how long this season is, I would probably get bored by it, but it seems like we are just now getting into some of the coolest stuff, which are usually the main story in the other incarnations, and yet here it's halfway through season 3, but before we get into the reaction, I do want to remind you that you can get a full-on version of this reaction over on my Patreon or Ko-fi account, where by subscribing to the specific tiers I've created for it, you can get access to some or all of my full-length reactions, which includes cartoons, short live-action TV series, long live-action TV series, and movie full-length reactions. Alternatively, you can also just stick with the YouTube version of these reactions, since I do my best to keep the best parts of the reactions into it, but it's always appreciated if you do go out of your way to support me over there. So, it's up to you. And yeah, I think that's enough chit-chat about things you don't care about. Let's just get into the reaction to episode 23, Casey Jones, Outlaw Hero, in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Can't wait to see the lawbreakers.
Give me your wallet, jawbreakers. Oh. I'll give you a jawbreaker.
I already like him, man. I love the way he sounds. I love his voice actor.
Here's all the dough you'll get, lawbreaker.
Fuck you, lawbreaker.
Pay the price. Go ahead, take my night. Catch you on the slopes, punk.
I can definitely see why they chose the voice actor for the 2003 series.
Iron in your diet.
I now understand why he sounds the way he sounds, where that choice for him came from, you know?
Casey Jones is gonna clean up this city.
He is genuinely just a modernized version of this.
I'll take the story burn, but only to prove they're wrong.
Man, April is so hot.
Why, they're probably on the trail of this wacko right
I
now.
completely understand where people were coming from saying that. I completely get it.
Not a trace.
The only difference for me being that I both want, I both think she is really hot, but I also want to be her, you know?
Hey, we'll hit an all-night heartburn palace.
Hit? Must be gangsters on their way to a big heist.
What the hell are you doing in the sewers, Casey?
Holy guacamole! Taste fresh lumber, lawbreakers.
Don't you hate it when company just drops in?
Yeah, I do.
You criminals to befoul our sewers?
Calm down. No, we're not criminals.
Lying gangster scum.
Do you have any proof that we're lying?
Chill out.
Come on, guys, don't fight.
It's your game, is it? Well, mine's mudslinging.
This guy is starting to get on my nerves. All right now, don't move.
Raph and Casey always fighting and making each other mad.
Not criminals. They're Martian invaders. The Martians are coming. The Martians are coming.
Okay, I guess Casey hasn't changed much. He's still not as bright as he should be.
A few hundred of these little bugs would throw the city into total confusion.
And control the machinery needed to make my new super-sized knucklehead. Then this miserable planet will see some real chaos.
Guys, at this point, I don't think you can really come up with anything that can fucking allow you to take over the world. You've tried like 50 times. There's not giving up, and then there's just the definition of insanity, which is what is happening with you right now. At some point, you should stop when you're clearly not able to achieve your goals. Although, who am I to judge? I've been at this for like 3.5 years at this point, and I'm barely at 1.6 thousand subscribers.
Don't you know there's no loitering in this park?
Oh, come on, you're even against homeless people? What the fuck, Casey? I don't like that, Casey. The Casey I know is...
Let me go, you Martian creeps.
is pro-labor, it's pro... The Casey that I know is a leftist. And not against homeless
That's
people.
supposed to be better. That vicious criminal is getting away.
Hey, who appointed you judge, jury, and executioner?
This city's a cesspool of crime. Somebody...
Oh yeah, the guy sleeping on the bench is sure contributing to the crime, you dipshit.
It's me.
Damn, he's pretty tough.
That guy's seen too many filthy, hairy movies. Come on, we've
I'm so happy to be getting to the point of having Casey.
Cops handle it.
This is feeling like more and more like TMNT, you know.
And that about wraps it up.
Where you have an AI-controlled camera on your fucking motorbike? Since when is that a thing in this show? It really feels like it's a thing specifically so they can intertwine the plots.
We'll deal with that later. Right now, we've got to find that dipstick in the hockey mask.
Damn, they even said dipstick. Isn't that like a profanity?
And we just chased him out of the park.
Which one is the original, dipshit or dipstick?
Without drivers.
That's nothing. Look!
I've heard of unhappy customers, but unhappy merchandise? Come on, we've got...
Hello, your fridge is running.
A living fridge.
It's Bob's fridge. This time it's gonna deliver itself. Okay. Come on, what the hell?
I haven't met the toaster I couldn't toast.
Can we focus on Casey, please? He's definitely the more interesting part of the episode.
Done in by modern conveniences.
There's a message there somewhere.
Yeah, there is.
Hold it right there. Even machines must obey the law.
Hell yeah, Casey. Casey to the rescue. Aren't you technically breaking the law by destroying this merchandise? Because this is destroying the businesses of a bunch of shops right now.
Now who's in that case?
You are.
Still, yeah.
Thanks for saving our shells.
You mean some lawbreaker is using these little things to control all the machines?
Wow, you're surprisingly smart for a bonehead.
Casey Jones, you're gonna do some good for a change.
He was always doing good. He just attacked you once.
Go straight.
Straight?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. But I don't think you're gonna like it.
Where are you going? Can this thing swim?
One of those bugs got in my equipment.
What I want to know is, when do we get to break something?
I love Casey. I won't focus on him, give me Casey. I love him so much. And I love that he's already teaming up with the turtles. We didn't waste time on that.
Okay, let's be careful now.
Careful, my eye. Let's bust some crime.
Casey versus the Shredder.
The dude sure knows how to make an entrance.
Hell yeah, he does.
Off the city flat. It is giant, economy-sized knucklehead.
Why the fuck did you make it a spider?
It works perfectly.
And yeah, the last chicken leg thing was so successful that this one is gonna be even better, you would assume. I don't see how this allows you to conquer the city, let alone the world. Please have a Shredder versus Casey fight, I would love that.
Listen, you want to catch criminals? That is the criminal of all time. Besides,
Hell yeah, please give me the fight between the two.
Trademark infringement. How low can you get?
Now go get him, fella. We need
Eh,
the remote control.
copyright infringement is honestly pretty low in terms of importance, if you ask me.
Casey Jones is going after the big boss man.
Hell yeah, he is.
Lawbreaker, a definite doofus. Didn't you hear me?
No, because you're speaking too
I'm
low.
gonna have to get tough with you. Take that.
Why are they doing something?
hey, give us a break. We're doing the best we can. Some people are so darn impatient.
Wait, what?
Follow me,
Was that a breaking the fourth wall moment? Literally?
control box.
I'm really starting not to like how much they're doing it. Like occasional kind of in-universe fourth wall break is fine, but literally destroying the fourth wall is a little bit too much for my taste.
It's got Casey.
Get me out of here. Thanks, fella.
No time for thanks. We need a hole in that thing, and fast.
With pleasure.
I love Casey. The episode itself, I don't really care too much about, but I do love Casey.
Catch him.
No, just let him fucking fall to the ground. And then step on him.
He got away.
Don't let it throw you, guy. You sort of get used to it after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much for those bugs.
It's just what happens at the end of an episode.
Knucklehead.
And we couldn't have done it without you, Casey.
How'd you like that? He didn't even say goodbye.
He was a strange guy. Reckless, dangerous, and totally violent. Yeah, I liked him too. I've got the feeling he'll cross our paths again.
He better.
I've got a feeling he's right.
He better. I love him too much to only get a one appearance, and I'm pretty sure that he's gonna appear more than once, but how many times, I don't know. But I'm definitely looking forward to a better episode that includes him than this one, because this one wasn't that great, if I gotta be honest. It wasn't a bad episode. Like, at this point, the bad episodes of this show are the boring ones, and this one wasn't boring. It just, I guess, wasn't as good as I was hoping it was going to be, because I had high expectations, because I love Casey, and I wanted an episode that was like his introductory focus episode, like what we get in the 2003 series, for example. In the 2012, we don't necessarily get an introductory episode for Casey, because he's just there from a certain point. And he does get the episode where he learns about the turtles, which is a really cool episode, but we don't get an introductory episode which focuses on backstory or anything, like in the 2003. So I guess I was kind of looking for something like that, but we didn't really get that. We just got him in the movie, you know? It's kind of reminiscent of his, I guess, introduction in the 90s live-action movies, but I feel like he was more fun in his introduction there. Like, it kind of worked a little bit better. Whereas here, I do like the way he's portrayed. I do like every moment we have him in the episode. But he doesn't really do much. In the story, doesn't really do much with him. So, there's that. I did like the little bit of a fight between him and the turtles that we got, which was really cool. Because usually Casey is the weaker one. Like, the turtles are the ones who are able to kick his ass. In the 2003 series, we do have a little bit more of an equal thing, at least when it's one-on-one, like when he fights Raph. But we never really have him be the dominating one, so I like that in this episode he was actually much stronger, and I bought that he was much stronger and able to, like, beat all the turtles all together, at least for a little bit. So yeah, I would prefer some more interesting episode that I guess does something with him more, because right now he's cool and I like him, but I just think the story of the episode wasn't really that interesting. But again, it's not necessarily a bad episode. It's still more entertaining than all the episodes of season 2 and most of season 1. So there's that. It's still an okay episode, and the fact that it introduced Casey makes me like it even more. But yeah. In terms of a rating, I think I'm gonna go with a solid 7.8 out of 10. 7 because, like I said, it's an overall mediocre episode, but 7.8 because it introduced Casey, and I like him, and I can't wait to see more of him. I hope we actually get at least half a dozen episodes with him, like 5, 6. I don't know how much we're actually going to see him in this season or whenever we're going to see him again. We saw the Rat King sooner than I thought we were. I actually wasn't sure whether we were going to be seeing him again, but I don't really know when is Casey going to show up. But even if he doesn't show up anytime soon, the next bunch of episodes seems like it's going to have a lot of new interesting characters and new concepts, so I can't wait to check them out. But yeah, what did you guys think about this episode? Comment your thoughts down below and let's have a discussion about this. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 4 patrons on Patreon. Omar Bridgman, Deadpool, Corby Dead, and Theo Rose Gelatly. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. You have decided to support me and have continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. Another thing that I also want to tell you guys before we end this video is something about me that some of you may or may not already know. That will also explain why do I look and dress the way that I do in my videos. That thing being the fact that I am trans. In particular, I am somewhere between a non-binary person and a trans woman, though I am unsure at the moment and probably won't be sure until I talk to a professional who deals with trans people. But that is where the reason why I'm telling you all this comes. I need your help. Due to the fact that I live in a homophobic and transphobic Eastern European country with a family that won't really ever accept the fact that I'm trans if they ever found out, it's not really feasible or easy for me to transition here with minimal to no repercussions. So that's why I would really appreciate any kind or any amount of support that you guys can give me with this. That said, I don't want to guilt trip you or anything. I don't want you to feel like you have to help me. So if you don't want to or you don't have the means to help out, that's okay. Don't feel bad. I just want you to know that it would be greatly appreciated if you did help me get out of this situation. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask me, and thank you for hearing me out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Wattpad, where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you want to join my stories or simply join my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with someone who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!